Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, if you are new here, welcome. Today I am doing part 2 of my declutter and organize for our playroom / office. Today I'm really going to be focusing on decluttering and organizing the kids' toys. So before I get started, I kind of wanted to just go over what I was going to be doing. My kids have a ton of toys, and when they play, a lot of times they just kind of dump everything out, and then when it gets put back, everything just kind of gets put back wherever it fits so that everything is out of the way. So instead of going through and taking a ton of time to really organize and separate everything, I'm just going to go through, make sure I take out any of the stuff that they've outgrown, anything that's broken, do my best to somewhat organize it, but know in my mind that it's not gonna stay in those bins, because as much as my organizing self would love it if everything was always put back in the exact same place, realistically, kids don't put everything back in the same place, and that's okay. You know, they're only little ones, so I'm going to just be focusing on making sure everything is clean and tidy, and that we get things that are not useful to us anymore, things that are broken, things that are outgrown, and we get rid of those and just kind of make sure that everything is all put back together. Alright, so let's get cleaning. Today was the perfect day to film this video for you guys. Earlier my kids were in here and they were playing, and they definitely left the room a mess. So this is kind of what we have to start with. It is really not terrible. Everything just kind of needs to be reorganized a little bit, and like I said, get rid of anything that's broken or anything that they've outgrown. Start to organize and declutter, I just wanted to pick up everything that was on the floor first so that I have a clean slate to start with. All of these are Forrest's train tracks. He got this really cool train track for Christmas, and I actually just need to get a smaller tote to put all these train tracks in so that they stay a little bit more organized. I did add that to my list that I talked about in my last video, so if you haven't seen that video already, make sure that you check it out. I'll leave the link right here. So I am moving on to the kids' bookshelf. I'm definitely not one to get rid of books, since both of the kids love to read, and I really want to try and keep as many books available to them as possible so that they can continue to enjoy reading and continue to learn from them. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just organizing them so that the books are together with similar sizes. So the smaller books kind of on top, I have the bigger books on the bottom, and then I have softer books together, hardback books together, just so that it looks a little bit more tidy and put together. box was full of coloring books and crayons and markers and all kinds of arts and crafts things, and so it was definitely a big mess. I actually want to either get some kind of a basket or something that's a little bit neater looking so that we can keep all of this organized, but for right now I'm just kind of organizing all the coloring books and taking out things that don't belong in here so that this box can be designated just for coloring and just for art, things like paint and markers. Try to keep the tops of the bookshelf and the top of their cubby shelf clear as much as I can, but as you'll see at the end of the video when you see the finished product, the shelves are actually still organized, but they have toys on top of them. The reason that I did that is the toys that are on top didn't have anywhere to fit in the cubby shelf, like they were kind of an awkward shape where they weren't able to fit in there, so I just used that space so that they could still be put away, but that they still look organized in a way that wasn't cluttered or wasn't unappealing. Like I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, I wasn't planning on going through every single toy to meticulously go through and make sure everything was in the exact perfect place. What I did was I went through the toys, I found similar toys that could be grouped together, and I just went through and things that were broken, things that they weren't playing with that I knew for sure they weren't playing with, I got rid of. And so you can see me going through all of the different bins. The top two bins on the left hand side were already pretty organized because there were books for Charlene's school that were in one bin, and then her puzzle bin usually stays pretty clean and organized because the puzzles are in boxes. She does play with them a lot, but she also puts them back in the boxes. So those two I didn't have to spend a lot of time with, and the rest of them I just kind of went through really quickly, grouped everything together, and then put them back into the cubby shelf. And I just know that, these certain toys are going to go in these certain bins, and I'll just be better about coming in and kind of making sure that everything is still tidy throughout the week. If you are enjoying this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video. I post every Sunday at 10 a.m. Was left on the floor was either trash. I did have a trash bag for things that I was throwing away, or just toys or other things that I had found in the cubby bins that didn't belong there, and so I was just putting them in the correct spot. You will also see me here soon sorting through a bunch of big Lego blocks. So we had bought some different brand of Lego blocks, and then we also had this really big bag of the mega blocks, and so I was just going through and sorting the two types of blocks out because we were only going to keep the mega block Lego blocks as opposed to the other ones, and so I'm actually going to donate the other blocks, and so I was making sure that they were separated and ready to go. So I just finished with all of the kids' toys and decluttering and organizing. It took a little bit longer than I had anticipated. As you can tell, my hair is all crazy, and so it's been a long day. I'm really glad that I got it all done. Realistically, I know that it probably will be a mess tomorrow, and I'm okay with that because I have decided that I'm going to just make a commitment to myself that I am going to be consistent, and I'm going to just come in here every day and tidy and clean up and just make sure that everything is as in order as they possibly can be. And of course, once a month, I'm going to do a major declutter and organize like I did today. I think it's just a good habit to have so that as the kids grow, as the kids get new toys, or as things break, we can just make sure that things are getting rotated in, things are getting, of course, thrown away if they're broken. So I'm just really glad that I got this done. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you leave it a big thumbs up. As always, down in the comments below, let me know what you liked about this video, what kind of videos you guys would like to see me do in the future. And don't forget to hit that red subscribe button, hit the bell so that you get notifications every time that I post a video. And until next time, guys, bye.